Good afternoon. Today's video is an experiment. It's a 3-day weekend. What better time to do an overnight Boston butt cook? I've got 2 Boston butts. One is bone in, one is boneless. The bone in weighs 5 pounds, the boneless 4 1/3 pounds. They're a little differently shaped. I'm going to monitor the temperature of both. I'm going to cook them both to 205, 207. We'll see if the bone in makes a difference, whether it takes longer to cook or it takes less time to cook. The cooking instructions on the label for these pork butts states to cook your pork butts to 145 degrees internal temperature and rest for 3 minutes. Do not follow those instructions. I repeat, do not follow those instructions. If you cook a pork butt to 145 degrees, let it rest and try to eat it, you're going to spend the rest of your life trying to chew through that thing. Holy schmoly. So we're going 205, 207, and this will be delicious. I got them all seasoned up, put them in the refrigerator, let them sit for a few hours. I'm figuring 3 hours a pound at 220, 225. So while I sleep, these will cook. Both pork butts are done. This is bone in, boneless. The bone in was done 3 hours before the boneless. Let's see how much that bone weighs. The pork butt smoke was successful. Both pork butts came out delicious. The 5-pound bone in took almost exactly 15 hours to hit 205 degrees. The boneless pork butt took 18 hours to hit 205 degrees. So the theory was, well, hey, the bone in made that 5-pounder cook quicker. Well, here's the problem with that theory. This is the bone that was in that 5-pounder. I got a hell of a deal at the grocery store because they sold that 5-pounder as bone in. Well, technically they're right. That was my bone in pork butt. What a deal. So you got to ask the question, how is it a 5-pound pork butt cooked quicker than the 4 1/3 pound pork butt? I don't know, the 5-pounder technically was a solid piece of meat. Maybe the heat transferred to that better than the deboned one that was tied together with the butcher's twine. But you still, again, if you got a V in your meat where they tie it together, you think the heat would get in there and cook kind of like from the where that cut is out. This just goes to show you, man, you cannot guess at how that is going to react. It's a tough one to figure out. Evidently, that 4-pounder stalled a heck of a lot longer than that 5-pounder. And the stall is unpredictable. I give 3 hours a pound just to be on the safe side. That 5-pounder took 3 hours per pound. That 4-pounder took 4 hours per pound. I would have started those earlier in the evening, but I didn't want to have to get my ass out of bed early in case those things got done too soon. Whatever you're going to smoke, plan on it being done early because that 5-pound pork butt, that stayed hot for 2 hours, 2.5 hours while I finished off the 4-pounder. Now, smoking meat is a mystery. Each piece of meat behaves differently. I was really shocked when I pulled this tiny little bone out of that 5-pounder because that was a solid 5-pound piece of meat. Well, happy smoking. Get your meat done early. You can keep it warm. If I had planned on 2 hours per pound with that 4-pounder, my guests would have left and gone out to eat. It's a crapshoot when you're smoking large chunks of meat. Well, cheers with an icy cold gin and tonic. Thanks for watching. Take care. Happy smoking.